So having seen the structure of this particular React.js front-end application, so now I'll take you to the VS Code where we can see all these components physically how they are going to work. So our main this is our to-do list application client component. In that we have different kind of folders. On the left head you can see there is a app.js. So under the src folder, under client you have src, and in the src you have components as well as app.js. So if you go to the app.js, the first thing it has to do is it has to bring up a front end form, okay, where it can display the options available. So what are the three options available is create, edit, and display the list. So for that, first thing is it will have a navigation bar. So the application should have a navigation bar. So the navigation bar is going to be look like this. So if you see this navigation bar, see I am already running the application localhost 3000. So in this localhost 3000, I can see the front end application. So that is, it is application name is to do list. So here it should have a navigation bar, that is the top bar. So here it is displaying the company logo and the name, application name, and it has two links. First link is to do's, second link is create to do. So what happens is, the first time when I click this application localhost 3000, the app is bringing you the some display of existing to do list. That means that is the default request the app.js should handle. So here you can see the application, the navigation bar, it consists of two things. One is two items. First item is to do's, second item is create to do. So these two are the links. See, this is first link, this is the second link in the app.js. So you can see that there are two links. So what happens if I click on the first link? So if I click on the to do's, the link is going to root folder. You can see that here slash. So to do's menu is linked to slash. That means under the root of this application, whatever is there, it should invoke that component. So here you can see that down below there are the components which are involved in this app.js. So the components are, so if it is root, so if the path is root, I am going to call the component to do list component. So the component is called is to do list component. So the flow is, if the user clicks on the menu, to do's menu, it will come to the root. The path is root path. It will invoke the to do list component. Suppose if the user clicks on create to do, so that is the create to do is this thing. So if I click on create to do, it should bring up a form to add the new to do item. So for that, what happens is, here you can see that there is a, if I click on create to do, it is bringing up the form. How? Because the path is changed to /create. So if it is /create, then I am going to invoke the create to do component. So like that. So now we are seeing an output. So when I click on create to do, it is bringing up a form. This form is coming up from the create to do component. We will study the create to do component in the next time around. Next, similarly, if somebody is editing the to do, if I say edit to do, I can go to this path and I can invoke the edit to do component. So what are the three components? Where it is getting from? It is getting from the src component. So you can see that in this app.js, initially itself at the top, it has imported these three components. Import create to do from components folder, create to do component. Import edit to do from components folder, and import to do list component from the components folder. So that is how this app.js has access to all these three components in the app.js.